Hey, sports card fans, it's John Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s for August 2025. For the 1950s top 10 list, it's not too surprising that Mickey Mantle cards are featured very prominently in the top 10. And for the 1960s and 70s, Nolan Ryan and Roberto Clemente cards lead the way. So with that, let's get to the three top 10 lists. Let's start off with the cards from the 1950s. At number 10, we have this 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 5. This one sold on August 18th for $9,557. It was an auction. There were 44 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $8,170. The record high sale was $12,700 back in February of this year through eBay. Now, there were two other significant 1953 Topps Mickey Mantle sales in August. The first one, another PSA 5 copy, sold on August 30th for $9,113. And then another PSA 5 copy sold on August 5th for $8,600. At number 9, we have this 1954 Topps Hank Aaron in a PSA 7.5. This one sold on August 18th for $9,600. It was an auction. There were 55 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 7.5 is $9,286. The record high sale was $18,600 back in August of this year through REA. At number 8, we have this 1959 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 18th for $10,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 is $8,494. The record high sale was $15,000 back in October of 2024 through Heritage. Now, there was one other significant 1959 Topps Mickey Mantle sale in August. Another PSA 8 copy sold on August 31st for $9,700. At number 7, we have this 1957 Topps Bob Skinner in a PSA 10. This one sold on August 6th for $10,000. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 10 is this sale at $10,000. It's a record high sale and the only recorded sale of a PSA 10 copy in VCP's database, and it is a pop of 1. At number 6, we have this 1955 Bowman Mickey Mantle in a PSA 7.5. This one sold on August 9th for $11,625. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 7.5 is only $3,501. This sale here was not in VCP's database. This sale here at $11,625 would represent a new record high sale for a PSA 7.5 copy. The previous high was $4,560 back in November of 2018 through Heritage. At number 5, we have this 1952 Topps Jackie Robinson in a PSA 4. This one sold on August 27th for $14,999. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for PSA 4 is $11,752. The record high sale was $35,200 back in March of 2021 through a PWCC listing on eBay. Now, there was one other significant 1952 Topps Jackie Robinson sale in August. This one a PSA 3 copy, sold on August 24th for $10,000. At number 4, we have this 1955 Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 7. This one sold on August 8th for $17,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for PSA 7 is $17,562. The record high sale was $28,082 back in May of 2023 through memory lane. At number 3, we have this 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle in a PSA 5. This one sold on August 8th for $27,500. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $26,493. The record high sale was $55,100 back in March of 2021 through eBay. Now, there were two other significant 1951 Bowman Mickey Mantle sales in August. The first one, a PSA 3 copy, sold on August 17th for $20,000, and then another PSA 3 copy sold on August 31st for $15,500. At number 2, we have this 1950 Bowman Jackie Robinson in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 21st for $30,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 is $23,950. The record high sale was $37,200 back in February of 2022 through Heritage. Now, there was one other significant 1950 Bowman Jackie Robinson sale in August. This one, a PSA 5 copy, sold on August 3rd for $8,551. And at number 1 for the month of August, this 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 4. This one sold on August 3rd for $70,000. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 4 is $78,317. The record high sale, though, was $148,830 back in March of 2021 through Golden. Now, there were two other significant 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle sales in August. First one, a PSA 1 copy, sold on August 17th for $37,500, and then a PSA 2 copy, sold on August 19th for $20,000. On to the cards from the 1960s. At number 10, we have this 1964 Topps stand-up Sandy Koufax in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 21st for $7,500. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $4,572. The record high sale was $10,802 back in May of 2008 through memory lane. Now, in this PSA 9, there have been 13 graded copies. None have been graded a PSA 10. At number 9, we have this 1963 Topps Bomber's Best in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 17th for $7,600. It was an auction. There were 59 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $7,600. The record high sale was $8,375 back in April of 2021 through a PWCC listing on eBay. There have been 17 copies graded a PSA 9. None have been graded a PSA 10. At number 8, we have this 1968 O-Pee-Chee Nolan Ryan in a PSA 8 off-center. This one sold on August 28th for $8,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 qualifier in VCP's database is $1,075. This sale here is not recorded in VCP's database, but would represent a new record high sale for a PSA 8 qualifier. The previous high was $1,075 back in November of 2016 through eBay. At number 7, We have a 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 31st for $9,651. It was an auction. There were 53 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 is $8,701. The record high sale was $13,348 back in January of this year through memory lane. Now, there were two other significant 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan cards sold in August. A PSA 9 off-center copy sold on August 24th for $8,000, and then a PSA 7 copy sold on August 31st for $4,700. At number 6, we have this 1966 Venezuela Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 7. This one sold on August 26th for $10,201. It was an auction. There were 61 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 7 is this sale here at $10,201 and represents a new record high sale for a PSA 7 copy. The previous high was $7,000 back in March of 2018 through eBay. Now, there have been 3 copies graded a PSA 7. None have been graded higher. At number 5, we have this 1969 Topps Nolan Ryan in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 10th for $11,211. It was an auction. There were 55 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $11,608. The record high sale was $19,200 back in February of 2024 through Heritage. There have been 130 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 3 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 4, we have this 1963 Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 31st for $14,141. It was an auction. There were 36 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $14,141, but the record high was $56,047 back in January of 2023 through memory lane. There have been 35 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 2 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 3, we have this 1962 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 20th for $14,900. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 is $12,987. The record high sale was $22,013 back in July of 2021 through memory lane. Now, there was one other significant 1962 Topps Mickey Mantle sale in August. Another PSA 8 copy sold on August 18th for $13,704. At number 2, we have this 1963 Topps Pete Rose in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 31st for $15,525. It was an auction. There were 62 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8 is $10,950. The record high sale was $27,500 back in March of 2021 through PWCC. And at number 1 for the month of August from the 1960s, this 1964 Topps Giants Willie Mays in a PSA 10. Now, the Willie Mays card is a short print in this set. This one sold on August 31st for $19,735. It was an auction. There were 43 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 10 is this sale here at $19,735 and represents a new record high sale for a PSA 10 copy. The previous high was $6,600 back in March of 2020 through eBay. Now, there have been 103 copies graded a PSA 9. This one here is one of only 5 that had been graded a PSA 10. All right, on to the top 10 from the 1970s. At number 10, we have this 1972 Topps Nolan Ryan in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 31st for $5,311. It was an auction. There were 48 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $4,665. The record high sale was $6,000 back in September of 2022 through eBay. There have been 195 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 9 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 9, we have this 1972 Puerto Rican League sticker Mike Schmidt in a PSA 8. This one sold on August 8th for $6,245. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for PSA 8 is $5,856. So this sale here at $6,245 represents a new record high sale for a PSA 8 copy. The previous high was $5,856 back in February of this year through Heritage. There have been 15 copies graded a PSA 8, 5 have been graded a PSA 9, and just 1 has been graded a PSA 10. At number 8, we have this 1972 Topps Reggie Jackson in action card in a PSA 10. This one sold on August 31st for $7,587. It was an auction. There were 38 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 10 is $7,587 and this sale here represents a new record high sale for a PSA 10 copy. The previous high was $4,320 back in January of 2022 through Heritage. There have been 86 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 9 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 7, we have this 1976 O-Pee-Chee George Brett in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 16th for $8,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is only $1,381. This sale here at $8,000 was not in VCP's database, but would represent a new record high sale for a PSA 9 copy. The previous high was $1,381 back in May of 2008 through eBay. There have only been 3 copies graded a PSA 9, and only 2 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 6, we have this 1972 Topps Roberto Clemente in action card in a PSA 10. This one sold on August 31st for $8,300. It was an auction. There were 44 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 10 is $8,300, but the record high sale was $15,000 back in January of 2022 through Heritage. There have been 143 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 16 have been graded a PSA 10. At number 5, we have this 1971 Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 8.5. This one sold on August 31st for $8,741. It was an auction. There were 42 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8.5 is $7,862. The record high sale was $10,100 back in September of 2022 through eBay. There have been 19 copies graded a PSA 8.5, 16 have been graded a PSA 9, and only 1 has been graded a PSA 10. At number 4, we have this 1975 Topps Hank Aaron in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 24th for $10,488. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $3,100. This sale here at $10,488 was not in VCP's database, but represents a new record high sale for a PSA 9 copy. The previous high was $3,100 back in July of 2025 through eBay. There have only been 47 copies graded a PSA 9, and only one has been graded a PSA 10. At number 3, we have this 1970 Topps Nolan Ryan in a PSA 9. This one sold on August 25th for $12,000. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 9 is $9,551. The record high sale was $29,995 back in March of 2023 through eBay. There have been 131 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 3 have been graded a PSA 10. Now, there were 2 other significant 1970 Topps Nolan Ryan sales in August. The first one, another PSA 9 copy, sold on August 25th for $10,000, and then another PSA 9 copy, sold on August 31st for $8,988. At number 2, we have this 1971 Topps Nolan Ryan in a PSA 8.5. This one sold on August 29th for $12,288. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 8.5 is $4,920. Another sale here that was not in VCP's database, but represents a new record high sale for a PSA 8.5 copy. The previous high was $5,150 back in May of 2021 through a PWCC listing on eBay. There have been 28 copies graded a PSA 8.5, 31 have been graded a PSA 9, and none have been graded a PSA 10. Now, there were 2 other significant 1971 Topps Nolan Ryan sales in August. The first one, a PSA 8 copy, sold on August 16th for $3,000, and then another PSA 8 copy also sold on August 16th and also for $3,000. And at number 1 for the 1970s for August, this 1972 Topps Roberto Clemente in a PSA 10. This one sold on August 31st for $22,322. It was an auction. There were 59 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 10 is $20,281. But the record high sale was $48,000 back in January of 2022 through Heritage. There have been 402 copies graded a PSA 9. Only 26 have been graded a PSA 10. Well, there you go, the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s for August 2025. As always, would love to know in the comments what you think about the cards that made this month's top 10 lists. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.